Hello everyone, I am Gabriel and this is the Rise Atlantis show. Today, the topic of the day will be about, let's see here. Topic of the day will be about, I forgot where it was, let me check real quick. No, I believe this was in Oklahoma. Of a weird, was this Oklahoma? No, Oklahoma was the two frogs. Gonna have to double check where this was. It was of a big circle, an O, in the clouds. And it started shape-shifting. And then it just reformed back to its original shape. Very weird stuff. Where was this at? Let's see here. Hate having to do all this backtracking. This was over California. I didn't say where in California. I wish I could get an ring cloud California. Hopefully it tells me what city, because this makes a very big difference. What city? You know, we need to know what cities. These apparitions are appearing in. Let's see here. Doesn't say where. Doesn't say what city.
My selfie game now is lit. Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, all my...
Okay, let's see here. Trying to get the official city. It doesn't say. And I tried searching for it right now. I couldn't find it. It would be nice to know every single detail about every single thing. So I can't even find the city. Oh well. It was in California. And it was a strange circle in the clouds. And it was like shape-shifting. Now, I believe I'm the only one that noticed this. I analyzed the center of it. And in the center of the O, the circle, looks like a dog looking towards the left, but the eye is looking at the camera. Pretty funny. And then also second analyzation of it is I see like a face on the right side and then another face on the left side. Weird. With the dog face also. So that is the topic of the day. A very fascinating apparition. So very, very fascinating. So now we'll go ahead and get into the first news story. We'll just rush them through. See, we got 20 here, so we're just really going to rush them through quick. Pizza man kills a crazed clown that was trying to rob a Little Caesars restaurant. He was wearing a mask like a crazy evil clown. Let me see here. They have it, the video. Now, I don't think it's gonna show the mask or the person that was wearing it. Now, I don't care. If they say this is just a joke or whatever, that's what he was wearing. If they say it's just a joke or whatever, it's going way too far. If you use a weapon, and two, even if you don't use a weapon, if you try to instill fear like you're trying to hurt or kill someone, you can get shot, you know. So it's weird that it was a Little Caesars restaurant. In Florida. He was closing for the night. You know, when you do stuff like this, you're just asking for it, you know. When you, even if you try to say it's just a prank, you're going too far. When you do it when people are closing for the day, counting money, you know, you're going too far there. You know, so that's why people should be cautious about pranking people, because you could get shot trying to prank people. It's never a good idea. It's okay to play pranks on people if they don't hurt anyone, and if they don't make people angry, you know. Don't take it too far. I don't think this whole dressing as killer clowns thing is a good idea at all. It's definitely not a good idea. So that guy shot him in self-defense. Now he's not saying it was a prank. It seems like he was actually trying to rob the place. Now, from what I'm seeing here, the crazy clown with the mask didn't have a weapon on him. Oh, he then tried to stab the man with a pair of scissors. Scissors, though, that's not really a weapon. Scissors can't really kill someone or really injure someone. You know, it would just eventually stop. It won't puncture through. Unless it's very sharp scissors, which those are rare. They don't make sharp scissors at the tip like that, you know, so. Crazy indeed. Next story. Psychic says she can smell death. And now, what I'm thinking is she smells when people are soon to die, is what she's thinking about. Yeah, she said when people are close to death that she can smell it, and that's what helps her sense when people are going to die. Pretty weird. She is in where? Australia. Her name is Ari Kala. Says she's had this gift since her childhood. That's pretty weird. Next story is updated secret code hides messages in the letters themselves. What kind of... The thrill of exchanging secret messages with friends. In reality, teachers and classmates saw it happening and were probably super annoyed, not to mention the repercussions if the messages were intercepted. This is talking about a university here. Weird letters that say the dog barks at the full moon. Okay. What's going on here? Something's going on my phone. It took me to another page, you know. I hate all these pop-ups. Oh my god, you know, these pop-ups. Oh, I can't even go back to the story, you know, so. Oh my god, my phone is being taken over by pop-ups. Okay, we'll go ahead and close that story now. Now we'll be flooded with pop-ups. Our next story is, our minds come alive in a visual way. Shannon Taggart and the photography of invisible things. A psychic medium, Sylvia Haworth, in a trance in Reeth, England. This is her here. She has what looks like a blindfold on her eyes. I know it's hard to see because of lighting. But it looks like she has blindfold on her eyes. This is weird. And I was saying, yeah, you can pick up orbs when you take pictures. These orbs, when you zoom in, you see faces on them. So, I mean, I've known this for forever. And it boggles my mind that so many people haven't even heard about that, you know? Next story is... we just had church at the In-N-Out restaurant. Crowd singing Reckless Love at restaurant goes viral. Now that's cool. We need more of it. But we need more like pop songs. When I say pop, I don't mean just the actual genre of pop. I mean more along the lines of like radio songs that talk about God. Now it doesn't have to be too preachy, you know, that song Jesus Walks by Kanye West. Oh, supposedly he was a Christian, right? And then now he's like the biggest atheist, not just atheist, blasphemous person in the world, you know? Especially married to Kim Kardashian with all the abominations she's doing, you know? He's such a hypocrite, you know? But when I say we need more religious songs on the radio, it doesn't have to be like God this, Jesus that. The way to do it is like do it metaphorically. Slip in the message through, what's it called? Subliminal messages, you know. Evil people, they use subliminal messages to recruit people for the devils for so long. Well, now it's about our turn. We use subliminal messages to recruit people for God in songs. And, you know, I mean, it could be something as simple as Shine Bright Like a Diamond by Rihanna. You know, inspirational stuff, you know, stuff that talks about God even though you don't have to use the word God. You know, that's the trick to get people to get into religion without it sounding too preachy. So that's an example. Shine Bright Like a Diamond, talking about like heaven, you know. That's just an example of inspirational stuff that they should be creating songs about, because I hate to say it, but worldly people don't like hearing songs like Reckless Love, gospel songs at restaurants. They might get angry and start fights with them, you know, with the Christians, you know. So I mean, the way I see it is like, it doesn't have to be gospel music, because I hate to say it, but not just atheist people, but worldly people, they get like very angry when they hear gospel music. They think it's too annoying, this and that, and they could start fights with the Christians at public places like restaurants. So try to find famous songs that have underlining hidden messages for God, you know. So that's my take on that. Next story is State Department unveils plan to wipe out religious persecution around the world. Good luck with that. I hate to say it, but it ain't gonna happen. Let's see here. Next story. She is going to win. Trump stumps for pro-life Senate candidate. Her name is Marsha Blackburn from Tennessee. Like in what's it called? Is it the family? The Partridge Family or the Brady Bunch? Where she goes, Marsha. You know, her name is Marsha Blackburn. Weird name, Blackburn. Let's see here. So just basically saying, you know, pretty much that. Next story. Wanda Sykes quits Roseanne before ABC cancels show. That was big news. If you haven't heard about, They have canceled Roseanne's show because she was talking about, who was she talking about? What's her name? I can't find the name of the person she was talking about. Oh my god. Her name was something Garrett or Jarrett or something like that. I don't know. She was basically, Valerie Jarrett. She was saying, she was a former aide to the President Obama, and she was saying that she looks like she's a mix of Muslims and Planet of the Apes. So she was making fun of her, calling her a Muslim and a black person. So, you know, so that's pretty extreme what Roseanne said. So it's not good at all. Now they're they're bringing up a good opinion. Should they cancel Roseanne's show? I mean, should they cancel Roseanne from the show, but not the show? I think so. They should kick her off the show, and instead of making her die or something in the show, make her look like she just can't take it anymore. She moves to Mexico or something, you know. And so what would the show be called then? If they're to keep the cast still, they can't call it Roseanne anymore. You know, call it by Roseanne. You know, call it you know, John Goodman plays the character Dan, so it'd be Dan's house or something. I don't know. It'd be hard to think of a catchy name. Life without Roseanne, right? That's what you should call it. It sounds pretty funny, you know. And all this happened from just one tweet, you know. She gets her show canceled. She was probably in a drunken stupor when she said that, when she tweeted that, you know. So she really stuck in her foot in her mouth. And it's really bad because who does it affect? All the people in the cast of the show, you know. They had hopes of coming back to the show and making money from it. And then, you know, Roseanne just completely ruins it for everyone. So I think they should have the show keep going and call it Life Without Roseanne. That'd be pretty funny. Next story is Spider-Man rescues hero. A Spider-Man rescue hero that saved a toddler from a 4-story building that was dangling landed a job as a fireman. Next story is Malania Trump hasn't been seen in public for over 19 days. Now there's rumors, conspiracies going around that she was replaced by a clone, a Stepford wife, you know. I never choose any political party. I stay neutral on it all. Because I don't want to fight with politics and all, you know. So next story is Dow tumbles nearly 400 points on Italy fears and U.S.-China trade tensions. Now, what are they worried about Italy for? Why does it look like my charger went off? And what happened to the music? I know I have it plugged in. Maybe I didn't have it plugged in. Well, I'm already almost done with the news, so we'll just rush it through. So what's going on with Italy here? Oh, there's the music. That's weird. I've never heard a gap in the music before like that. Is there some glitch or something? Political turmoil in Italy. There's political turmoil happening in Italy. I did not know about that. Oh, Italy is going through severe debt? This is weird. and the 25% tariffs Trump must put on China, $50 billion worth of goods. So more investors are starting to sell and not enough are buying. So that's what makes the Dow Jones, the stock market, tumble. Next story is, here's what's really happening with the 1,500 missing immigrant children. These sad pictures. You know? There's somewhere it shows them like they're in cells, like prisoners. It's not right. They should be in, not orphanages either, just temporary housing, you know? This is really, really bad. They're treating these illegal immigrant children that got taken away from their families, they're treating them like prisoners, throwing them in jail cells. This is bad stuff. It's making America look bad, you know. So look at this right here. When I saw this, this was really disturbing. They're in a cage like they're dogs. This is not right. I really hope Trump fixes this very soon, so it won't look bad on Trump, because you know this is a bad look here. Illegal immigrants are being held in cells like prisoners in Arizona. This is not good, man. Not good at all. They're treating these children like prisoners. Next story is, I'm wondering if the music's loud enough. Can it be heard? It's hard to try to get the exact volume. Harry Potter star Matthew Lewis is getting married with Angela Jones. They'll show you who Angela Jones is. Matthew Lewis is actor. I always thought it was a different... Okay, he's not the one that plays Harry Potter. He plays Neville Longbottom in the Harry Potter films. Okay, so when I saw this, I was like, yeah, it's Daniel Radcliffe. I was thinking it was Daniel Radcliffe. You know, this guy, you know, we really haven't seen too much of him in the movies. I'm not sure which role he had. I forgot the role that one character was. You know, so... next story is... Eminem responds to Nicki Minaj dating rumor. Let's see here. Nicki Minaj rapped, "Told them I met Slim Shady. Bag the M. Once he go black, he'll be back again." Is what she rapped. She added fuel to the fire when she started posting a video on Instagram with her lip syncing the lyric. It's not good for musicians to be lip syncing. When a follower asked her in the comments if she was dating the rapper, Minaj responded yes. Eminem got in on the conversation, responding, "Girl, you know it's true." And then Minaj to come back with the comment, "Babe, I thought we were going to keep it on the low till the wedding." Are they really getting married? And then she said, "Yikes, I'll talk to you when I get home." It says there appears to be some leg pulling by the pair. They're just joking is what they're saying. On Sunday, Eminem threw cold water on the heat of the dating rumor during a concert in Boston. After giving Minaj a shout out, he asked the audience, "Boston, how many of you want me to date Nicki Minaj?" As they cheered. And then he said, "Well, God, me too," he said. "Nikki, if you get this message, just text me later. We'll talk about it." And it seems like a publicity stunt here, you know. The response appeared to thrill Minaj, who tweeted her delight that Eminem is silly and a goof just like me. Eminem. She said, we need you on the Queen album, she tweeted. That's our first date will be at the studio when I gaze into your beautiful eyes as you write your verse. Let's see here. Minaj was in a high-profile relationship with rapper Meek Mill before she confirmed their split in January 2017. Months later, there was speculation she was dating rapper Nas after the two appeared in a picture together on her Instagram account. So, Nicki Minaj, she's dating everyone, Now, we haven't heard of Nicki Minaj in a while, Why has it been all this Cardi B stuff, It's like... So it seems they're joking around for now. They might get married. The next story is... The United States wanted this border wall mural taken down. Instead, a group of veterans repainted it. And it's an upside-down flag on a partial wall. And in the upside-down flag, there's upside-down crosses. I know it's hard to see the crosses. It's so blurry. I wish it would, sharpen, Now, why the crosses, man? I heard one time that an upside-down flag is a protest, meaning of the country in distress. That it doesn't mean taking down America as a terroristic symbol. But the upside-down crosses, they're stars in the blue part of the flag. Why did they put crosses? I mean, that's nice to have crosses when the flag is regular upright in its normal way, but upside down shows the upside down crosses. It's weird. It seems like it's maybe some kind of demonic thing going on here, So, instead of taking it down, they said they're going to repaint it. So from here, it looks like they're really beginning the repainting process. So, they painted it like that upside down as a protest, but now they agree to change it. This is weird here. This is big. Breaking news. Russian journalist Babchenko, critic of the Kremlin, has been shot dead in Ukraine. Critic of the Kremlin of Russia. He's a journalist, and he was shot and killed today. Man, truly these are the martyrs, not the terrorists, This guy was trying to tell the world, and mainly Ukraine, how bad Russia is and the stuff they're doing, like when they seized all the land of Crimea from Ukraine. So, this is more proof that Putin is killing people left and right. This story is related to that than the last one. Haley calls on Russia to withdraw from Ukraine. Now, Haley is a U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. This is her. And I really like what she said. Haley calls on Russia to withdraw from Ukraine, which means she's telling Ukraine to get all their tanks or weapons or this or that, everything, and just get out of Crimea, the land that they stole from Ukraine. Get out of Crimea and give the land of Crimea back to Ukraine. So it's good. All this time, no one's ever addressed it and held Putin to accountability, and they never told Putin to get the heck out of Ukraine, man, So I hope the people of Russia can really rise up and protest against Putin, Now, it seems hard. They can't overthrow him. They can't start a revolution and bring in someone else to fair voting. So what's it going to take? Military solution isn't the solution either. We just can't bomb people and think it's so easy to regime change. And, then we're going to get Russian terrorists attacking us, So I feel America needs to help Russia and grassroots revolution to really demand fair elections. And, it's time to kick Putin out of government, man. Putin has been rigging his elections for so long. Nicaragua using shoot-to-kill strategy on protesters. Amnesty International says. You know, now this is big because what we're seeing here is a lot of things that, see here the freedom fighters, the revolutionaries. And a freedom fighter is not a terrorist. The terrorists try to use the word freedom fighter to defend themselves, but they're just twisting around the words. You know? And now we see this happening all the time. This is every single dictator's special chess piece move, if you will. They keep killing out their protesters who are trying to protest to get them removed out of power. They kill them. They kill all the protesters so they can shut them up and stay in power. That's what Gaddafi did. It's what Saddam Hussein did. It's what Assad of Syria is doing. It's what everyone's doing, you know. Iran even, you know. And it's just, it's bad. And Putin also. And I hate to say, but Benjamin Netanyahu needs to leave also, you know. Benjamin Netanyahu has been ruler of Israel for so long. You know, if one dictator has to go, then it has to be all around the map. Benjamin Netanyahu shouldn't be ruler of Israel for life either. You know, and the royal family in England, they shouldn't control everything. Now, a lot of it goes back into Parliament, but you know, we all know the royal family does control a whole lot of England, which isn't right. All the money, all the wealth that the royal family has should go into the people. That's why Princess Diana was killed, because she was starting a revolution to give the majority of their money to the people of England. And this is a theory why, also she was dating a Muslim. This is why theories that they wanted her out. And they couldn't have just kicked her out, because then Princess Diana would have protested. So they made it look like a car crash, you know. So that's the reason behind that. So I really believe people should not be in power for too long. It should be like America, you know, a 4-year presidency. If you win a second term, 8 years, that's it, max. No more than that. That is fair. Not being ruler for 60, 70, 80 years, it's absurd, you know. That just creates power-hungry monsters, you know. And the last story. Last story is, over 1 million people in France have quit smoking last year. That's great. See, it seems France, for some reason, you know, they've always been, how should I say, trying to live pure, trying to live superior, but humble at the same time. People of France, so it's good. A lot of them are starting to stop smoking. But at the same time, I do have to say a bad thing about France is they're too much into romance. And they take romance way too far to where it becomes, you know, immorality at that point, you know. It becomes almost as bad as Hollywood, you know. And it's not right. Not bashing Hollywood. There's a lot of good people in Hollywood, but there's a lot of bad. I have to say 60-70% bad people in Hollywood. There's like 30-40% good, you know, because you're always going to have the evils of this world keep bringing people in and taking them into that party lifestyle where all the drugs are flowing everywhere, all the immorality, you know. And it's just, you know, if you want to live the party life, live it right, you know, because if you go into drugs and then this immorality, you're not gonna last. It will consume you, you know. People think, oh, they can handle it all. They think, oh, that they can bounce back from the drugs they do, and no, they don't, man. It just takes them to a downward spiral, you know, and they never recover from all that stuff, you know. And I hate to say that's why a lot of these celebrities are really getting chewed up by the evils of this world. You know? So that is the last of the news. Now we'll go ahead and get into the topic of the day. This is a really big one. I really like this one. Because this one is a giant O. Now what does the O circle? What does it mean? I think the O means for October. It could mean something else. I don't know. But I'm guessing it means October. Now first I'll show a video first. Now it's so... Damn, I have to pick up the brightness. Brightness full blast. Can you believe it? So this is the video here. Here we go. See it. You're gonna see it like... Watch right here. It starts to get all weird shapes right here, and then it snaps back in right there. It's weird because it kind of looks like it starts dripping from the top. You see that? Like it's dripping, like it's melting, and then it snaps back. How weird is that, right? That is very, very weird. Okay, now this next one are pictures. This right here. I know it looks a little bit blurry, fuzzy. This is it right here. I know it's hard to see. But the next one is with the colors and contrast and all that edited to where it looks way better. Now this is it here. It's going to be hard to see, but this is it right here. Now it looks like a dog looking to the left. Right here you see the eye, right in the center. And the eye is looking towards the camera. But the face of the dog is looking to the left. Now right here you see what looks like a nose right here in the center. The nose right there in the center. And then the mouth right here at the bottom. You see the dog right there? Now I don't know what this dog means. But it's weird because if you also see it from this view, it's not just a dog. It's also two faces. If you take this right here in the center, it looks like a left eye, right eye, mouth. It gets auto dark. Right here in the center, you see the left eye, right eye, mouth, and it looks like some kind of face. I didn't notice that third face here. You see that one? Left eye, right eye, mouth. Weird. I barely noticed that one. Okay, that's part of the mouth, though. That's weird. But that does form another face. I didn't notice it. The two eyes right there. Weird. Okay, so this is like 3 images in one. And, so right here. Right here in the center, you see a face. Left eye, right eye, mouth. I know it's hard to see, but more or less there it is. Now right here in the center, you see the other face. You're seeing half of the face. Now there's the eye right there as well, but this in the center forms the mouth. So when you see it like this, when you take it halfway, it's very hard to do this. When you take it halfway, like this, this is hard to do. Right there you see the face. You see that right there in the center. There's the eye and the mouth. I mean, it's weird because the mouth does form a face with eyes. I barely noticed that right now. It is weird. The eye, the mouth of it really does look like it forms 2 eyes as well. And you see a hairline on the top, a mouth, and everything. This is weird stuff, you know. So there's so many images in just this one thing here. You know? When you see it like far away, it looks like a dog looking to the left. When you see it close up right here, it looks like this is a face, and then half of a face here. And the mouth looks like it forms another face with eyes. This is weird stuff. And then also, what I noticed is in the circle, it looks like there's a 7 also. So could the O, the circle, also mean 70? What does 70 mean? What does 70 mean? If that right there is really a 7, I don't know what it could mean. It's also the shape of Florida. It's the shape of South America and Africa. It's just weird stuff. Is it a 70 or is it a no? And if it is a 70, what does it mean? I have no idea. All I know is the O could stand for October. Weird stuff indeed. So I really don't know what to make of that, you know. And then also this was, I believe this was discovered in Australia. Let me double check. This was discovered in Alaska. Pyramids have been found in Alaska. And right here you see like a line of them. It's weird. There's like some kind of trail. Here, right here in the center is a pyramid. Then right here there's like a trail, and here's another pyramid right here in the center. So it's like other pyramids that are all connected. Now it's weird because there's pyramids all around the world. And how weird is it that all these pyramids all around the world have hieroglyphics of humans worshiping these beings from the sky with flying saucers coming down and stuff, and being worshipped as gods, you know? And in these hieroglyphics, there's even images of getting the cells of humans and throwing them into the womb, which is what human cloning is. So that's proof that Earth could have been visited a long time ago by extraterrestrials, and they helped build the pyramids through they had cranes back then. And the reason why we never found them a long time ago is because maybe they were destroyed or possibly buried under sediment or under the ocean. So a lot of weird stuff indeed. Maybe God destroyed the cranes to make people wonder, you know. The Stonehenge, how did they get those stones up there? They didn't use ramps, they're too heavy. And they didn't use ramps on the pyramids either because they're too heavy. Even if you had 1,000 people all pushing it on wheels and everything, those giant blocks would be too heavy. It would crush back upon the people that are pushing it out, you know. So it's basically, it really is something else happened here besides just humans building pyramids. They had some kind of help, like ancient aliens, like the show talks about. They had some kind of help. They said these pyramids could have been used as nuclear reactors or something, you know. They were sundials also, in their burial places. They said when they died that their souls would get shot out of the pyramids into the space. But then again, a lot of Egyptians were atheists also, and were trying to clone themselves back then. And that's why you see all these cloning references in the hieroglyphics in the pyramids. So the proof speaks for itself. We have been visited by extraterrestrials, and there are pyramids and faces on Mars and even the moon, you know. And it's like, it really boggles the mind to think how much extraterrestrials have extended their reach in our solar system. So many pyramids are hieroglyphics of them cloning themselves in the hieroglyphics, you know, and the pyramids all around the world, you know, and all the pyramids and faces on the moon and Mars, you know. So there's just so much proof. Now, people say, oh, that they seeded life long time ago. Well, if that's the case, how did they mysteriously die and vanish? God brought his wrath upon them. That is why the extraterrestrials have not existed to this day. You know, and now they're trying to resurrect them through human cloning, through half-human, half-animal hybrids. So this is really what the meat and bones of Revelation prophecy is all about. This is what the mark of the beast is. about people legalizing human cloning for their false sense of eternal life and worshiping half human, half animal hybrids as gods. That's what the mark of the beast is all about. And people who choose the mark of the beast will be as a symbol to let everyone know which side are they on. Are they on, do they believe in God, or do they believe in science as their God? You know, because the mark of the beast will clearly say that they are atheists and they want to clone themselves for their version of eternal life. Or they want to live as hybrids, half human, half animal hybrids. This is what the mark of the beast is going to be, is to identify who's who here. And once radical Christians start fighting back, they're going to be attacking the laboratories that they're cloning these humans and creating these hybrids. And the radical Christians will be attacking them. And then before you know it, in the future, everyone will see it like every Christian, every person, you know, Jew, Catholic, everyone who believes in God will be a radical terrorist. They'll start calling us terrorists like we're calling the radical Muslims terrorists, which really they are. But they're going to start calling all of us, people of God, as potential terrorists as well. So this is really clearly defining what is said in Revelation when Jesus said that you'll be persecuted in my name, is what Jesus said, you know, for believing in the afterlife and souls, because this Illuminati movement is all atheist and they want to legalize human cloning and create hybrids. So this is the biggest civil war we're going to face in the future, you know. And it seems it's never going to happen. It seems it's millions of years from now. Then it seems, you know, it could be within a few months, a year, you know. So it's really strange, you know, how this evil voodoo technology keeps evolving invisibly and fast. All under our noses, underground, it keeps building at a feverish pace, but yet we don't see it happening. It's very strange. It's all evolving invisibly and fast, you know. So now we'll go ahead and get into the EVP segment here. This is where we pick up words from spirits. And every time I do this, I always pray to God to let Christians know this is not occultism. I've received so much powerful words from the Holy Spirit through this. So it lets me know that this is really communicating with angels of God here, you know. I've received so many predictions. I received a prediction of the Florida school shooting. It was 2 weeks before it happened, but I didn't know it was about that because the wording was different. But when it happened, you know, it said Portland, but Portland rhymes with Parkland. And it said bomb. The shooter had smoke bombs on him and was using them. And it said Empire. The name of the school was Mason Douglas. Mason is like Freemasons, the one that started America. That's where Empire comes in. So those three words really connected and was really, it really hit the nail on the head, man, of a real prediction that came to pass through the EVPs. That's about one of the only rarest ones I've had. I wish I could be receiving so much more predictions through this, you know. So that is the hope here, that the Lord can really reveal to me things that are going to happen. So now we'll go ahead and get it going. Let's see here. Okay. Here we go. You have to mute the phones all the way because it plays it back. Okay. I said the word Messiah. Wow. I believe that's the first time I got that word. After all these videos, that's the only one I got Messiah. Isn't that weird? Okay, this phone we got the words palace, might, haunting, nominated. So there's going to be a haunting at a palace, and it might be nominated. What does that mean? Weird. Like a ghost show or something. Let's see here. What is this one? Okay, let me do something real quick. I forgot to delete these because it's making it confusing. Because there's so many here, I have to clear up the cache. Okay, there it is. This phone we got the words neuron, messiah, scrimping. Now neuron is the parts of the brain. Neuron. Messiah. What does neuron have to mean with messiah? And scrimping, maybe like crumpling, crimping, or scribing, scrimping, writing. I don't know, that's a weird one. Scrimping. What does that rhyme with? Neuron, messiah, scrimping. That sounds important, but I don't know what it means. Neuron, messiah, scrimping. Okay. And we'll go and do 4 more and we'll call it a night. Here we go. All right, let's see here. We got the word crescendo there. That's what Jesus' return is like, man. A crescendo. You know, crescendo means to keep building up. So hopefully we see a crescendo of apparitions very soon. Like a drum roll of apparitions. Now this one got the words Uruku. U-R-U-C-U. Uruku. That sounds like African or something. Weird. Latin, Hebrew. Uruku. I don't know what that means. Retriever. Retriever. I said retriever. Retriever and dispraise. D-I-S-P-R-A-I-S-E. Dispraise. That sounds like the opposite of praise. This is weird. But what is Uruku retrieving? I don't know. It's weird. This one got the words. Neuron. No, wait. I already said that one. Alright. A lot of words here. Refined vinaigrette. Bulrush, rockweed, indurated, family, crescendo. So if I could form a sentence here. Vinaigrette is being refined. That sounds like a salad. Weird. Bulrush, March of the Bulls. I don't know. This is weird. Rockweed. Indurated, family, crescendo. Well, it could be saying that weed, marijuana is like rocks. You know, it's not good. You know, it's could be the metaphor of the apple in the Garden of Eden. It could be. You know, we as Christians should not smoke marijuana. You know, we should be content with not having to depend on a substance to be happy. You know, so indurated family crescendo. I don't know what to make of it. Now we'll go ahead and do 2 more and we'll call it a night. Here we go. Alright, let's see here. This phone's getting a lot of words. Okay, let's see what we got here. Hopefully we get something powerful. We got the words actor, splinter, Semitism, lumber. So an actor is going to get a splinter while being anti-Semitic. Now that's weird because remember what happened with Mel Gibson. He was driving drunk, I believe, one time. And he was talking all this anti-Semitism. But lumber, what does lumber have to mean? Now, you know, feel bad about Mel Gibson. He's a good guy, you know. He's a good actor. He's the one that produced the movie Passion of the Christ, you know. So he is really a godly person. This anti-Semitism, I think he was talking against Muslims. But I think anti-Semitism really against the Jews. So, I mean, could it be that? Could it be something else? Now, oh, okay, wood, splinter. Remember, Jesus was on the cross. The cross was made out of wood. Weird. Actor, Semitism. Mel Gibson, that produced Passion of the Christ, was talking about this anti-Semitism a couple years ago. Splinter, because Passion of the Christ, Jesus was on a wooden cross. Weird. We have a connection here. And lumber. Lumber is like from trees, and the cross was made from lumber, trees. You see this here. This right here could really be talking about Mel Gibson. And what makes it relevant is I heard he was planning to make like a, not really a reboot, but like a, it can't really be a sequel, because if it would be a sequel, it would be like him rising from the grave. So it's probably gonna, he wants to redo Passion of the Christ, but he wants to have it like not just another edition, like not another remake. So it might be a sequel. I don't know. It's strange, but I remember hearing that Mel Gibson plans to do something with Passion of the Christ again. That's very interesting. And this last one, we got the words. Let's see here. Wait. I already said this one. Okay, this rarely happens. Oh, that's weird. It threw it out of place. Because usually it's like top to bottom the newest. And it threw the last one in the middle. That's very rare when it does. I don't know why I did that. That's like some kind of glitch or something. Last one got the word supportless, meaning with no support. Pressman. Hot flames. Illustrated. Bald. Pimply. Like a pimple or like a pimp. You know, a pimp means someone who uses people in morality. A person is looking for you. Abby Plants Thury. Thury. Don't know what theory maybe is what I meant to say. Theory. And Siak. S-I-A-K. What? What does that rhyme with? Okay, so if I could form a sense of this, a pressman, like a journalist, is supportless. He doesn't have the support. Could it be like me, you know? I'm a journalist with all these talking about news and apparitions and signs of Jesus' return, but I don't have that support of being on TV. The hot flames is where evil people are going to go in if they don't repent. Illustrated. Sports Illustrated. Doesn't mean I got to get into Sports Illustrated. I mean, this is like funny stuff. Maybe signs could be illustrated in the sky, in the clouds. Bald. Could it be the bald eagle? This is strange. A person is looking for you. I've only got that like 2 or 3 times. Abbey. This sounds like maybe alley, like Abbey Road. The Beatles. I don't know. A plant, a theory. Theory of a plant. This is weird. Well, I was talking about marijuana earlier, so probably what it talked about there. Marijuana could be the apple of the Garden of Eden. As a metaphor, so that is why people should not be smoking marijuana. But I do think it should be legalized to stop the drug war. That should be the only one, because it's mellow. Alcohol makes people violent, and all these other ones are bad. You know, they're way too addictive, way too deadly and dangerous. So I've gotten connections here already. I've gotten like 2 or 3 connections of like stuff I was talking about earlier. So it is pretty interesting, I must say. Pretty interesting. Wow. I mean, we got that one of Mel Gibson. What? They're planning to redo Passion of the Christ. I mean, what is going on here? There's something big happening here, you know? So, wow, amazing. Too bad we didn't get any EVPs that talked about this O that appeared in California. I don't know what it means. I think it means October. Jesus could be returning in October. It's weird because we always think Jesus wouldn't return on Halloween because it's the devil's day. But then the way I see it is, well, maybe, yeah, you know, God could bring his people out and really bring in his wrath on all the evil people glorifying the devil as a lasting testament, as like, okay, you wanna worship the devil, and boom, you're gonna get this curse on you after the rapture. You know, God is gonna pour his wrath upon the wicked, which is rightfully deserved. You know, and I think that Jesus could be returning, if not on Halloween, before or after Halloween. I always saw like Jesus could return on a Christmas. It always seems like it's going to be a holiday. But for all we know, it could just be a regular Tuesday morning, you know. Who knows? I hope it happens at night for all of us to see, you know. So it is coming, you know. Even though it seems like it's never coming, it is coming, you know. And now that we're starting to see signs increasing little by little, hopefully the signs escalate and we start seeing marvelous, glorious signs, apparitions appearing soon. So it seems the apparitions are really picking up, are really gaining steam. And not just gaining steam, they're really crescendoing, like the word said on the CDP, crescendo. The apparitions are truly crescendoing, and it is so beautiful. Wow. It's getting powerful right about now. Wow. So we'll go ahead and end it there. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please tell everyone you know to like, share, and subscribe. I got my donation links down in the description page now. So things are looking up. You know, if I receive these donations, I guarantee I'll do good things with this money. You know, I heard the story of this preacher. He wants to raise $53 million to buy a private plane to go all around the world. That's absurd. It reminds me of Creflo Dollar. did the same thing. It's an abomination. It needs to stop. You know, people using all this money for stupid things is not right. You know, so we'll go ahead and end it there. Please like, share, subscribe. Please tell everyone you know to like, share, and subscribe. Please tell everyone you know of this big O in the clouds. What does it mean? I think it means Jesus returning in October, Halloween. So we'll go ahead and end it there. Thank you for tuning in. Good night. Peace. Jesus is returning. Hallelujah.